surprise for former President Donald Trump yesterday. He's awaiting a possible third indictment on a case looking at the last presidential election. But instead of that, he was slapped with even more charges in a completely different case. Fox's Caroline Shively has more from Washington.
Former President Donald Trump still has his fans, even though the charges keep on coming. He was just hit with 3 new felony counts in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case, a sign of Trump's widening legal peril. Now prosecutors have to prove it.
Every one of these additional counts that DOJ has brought is a potential legal landmine to them. If one of these counts blows up in front of a jury and hurts the credibility of the government, it could hurt the entire case.
The new charging document unveiled Thursday added a third defendant to the case, Carlos de Oliveira, a maintenance worker at Mar-a-Lago. Trump, along with de Oliveira and another aide, allegedly pressured another worker at the Florida club to erase security camera footage to conceal evidence from investigators.
The fact that he wanted to get rid of this information, which in law is called spoliation, after he had a subpoena. This is really damaging stuff.
The updated indictment also alleges Trump was holding onto war plans and showing them to others. Some Republicans say the special counsel's timing is suspicious.
Is it any coincidence that the DOJ rushes to add these new indictments today after the Hunter debacle, after their own self-dealing and two-timing is exposed?
Trump says the new charges are ridiculous. Meanwhile, Trump's still waiting to hear if a D.C. grand jury will indict him in a separate case over his alleged efforts to undo the 2020 election. Trump said in a radio interview he would not end his campaign if convicted and sentenced on any charges. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
The White House says President Joe Biden would not pardon his son Hunter if he encounters more legal problems. It all stems from the ongoing investigations into his tax, personal, and business affairs. This follows the rejection of Hunter's plea deal by a federal judge this week.